Right, so now we're on to the first of our Advertiser Spotlight sessions for today, and I'm joined by Gary from Pacamask. Hi, Gary.
Hey. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Great. And so what we're going to do, guys, is anybody that has any questions for Gary as we go through, please pop them through the software, and we'll do our best at the very end of the session today to address them for you. I guess to begin with, Gary, it'd be great for you to give everybody an understanding all about Pacamask.
Yeah, sure. So Pacamask is really like a lifestyle brand for face masks that's fun. We're promoting the safe use of reusable face coverings, encouraging people to switch from disposable masks, which, as you know, are everywhere and they can't be recycled. So we're encouraging people to switch from disposable masks, offering, loads and loads. I mean, over 30 different cool designs for every kind of demographic, and that's pretty much what we've been doing. Now we're working on accessories as well. So, cases that can keep your mask safe and clean, sprays and UV wands to clean devices. So very much a lifestyle brand for the kind of the COVID era.
Okay, and I think whilst obviously masks, so we know is a COVID necessity, the program has really exploded. It's huge, and I think actually quite stark to compare it to some of the other mask programs. What do you think has been the secret to that success? I think it kind of is the same where we have other advertisers with other subsectors where there's a lot of noise. So it'd be really good to understand how you achieve that.
Well, yeah, so we launched very early in the year. As soon as we saw there was the need there. I mean, the big thing when we launched was there was a bit of a problem with everybody buying up all of the PPE, and that was kind of the platform on which we launched originally. Was here's a really cool face mask. It's for consumers, not doctors, not, this is not PPE. This is really a face covering. And that's how we started. And we've got a great team with designers, web designers, creative, manufacturing. So we've been able to quickly put out a lot of really great, marketing assets, and keep growing our range. So we have different designs. People, customers are submitting designs, what they want to see. And now, if you look at our store, we've got just tons of different designs, something for everybody. And we've been very bold with our marketing. We've grown our social media very quickly. We have a full-time team working on that.
And so you've obviously got a good base of publishers now since you've been live. I guess, how many months have you been live now? Was it earlier in the summer?
Yeah, beginning of June we went live with Awin, and the business launched back in, I think, May or March, maybe March.
Okay, and so obviously you've got this key set of publishers now. How are you keeping their interest fresh and maintaining their attention and program engagement?
Yeah, it's a good question, because these aren't disposable masks. You can wear them and wash them 50 times, and they keep their they keep all the properties, and they stay effective. But people are still coming back. We have a lot of returning customers. We have a lot of new initiatives with publishers. I actually had a call yesterday with a major publishing group about how we can do new activity with them. They've already had good traction with us, but it's how can we engage their users on a different offer, on a different product, and we've got lots of options. So in some cases we're showing different designs to different demographics, and we're targeting newsletters. We're doing new online content with those publishers and putting the spotlight on certain designs, new designs. In other cases, we're doing very bespoke offers. So I was speaking earlier in the week as well to a major sort of mum and baby or parenting brand. What we're looking to do with them is some kind of offer where you could buy 2 adult masks, get 1 child mask free, and that's brand new. That we haven't done that before, but we're thinking of stuff like that just for them, and we're doing that again and again with different brands so that we can keep engaging their users.
It's really exciting. I think you mentioned to me the other day that haven't you also started to produce like co-branded landing pages as well, so that the customer's journey is really quite seamless from the publisher through to Pacamask?
Yeah, so with publishers we have an existing relationship. We know what they can do numbers wise. Then yeah, we can dedicate some resource internally to produce really, really good looking either email creatives, and then when they click through to the offer page, it's an exclusive code or it's an exclusive offer. The landing page carries their brand colors, and it's sort of their brand logo in partnership with Pacamask. That has a really good effect on conversion rate, as you can imagine.
Yeah. And I think it just shows how, as a kind of, today's all about micro maybe, how agile you can move, and how publishers can really get that level of customization for your program. I think it kind of leads me on the publisher side and their requirements to Hannah on my team and I. One of the questions we get asked most often when an advertiser is looking to start, embark on their affiliate journey is, what commission rate should I offer? And it'd be really good for everyone listening to understand, like, how did you shape your commission? I think everything about your marketing is very bold, and obviously your commission levels are as well. So how did you decide on what commission rate to offer?
So it's a really good question, and it is different for every brand. What we did, I think it kind of evolved because we were doing a lot of social media ads, and we knew what our kind of target cost per acquisition was after spending a bunch of money on Facebook and Instagram. So we started that as a kind of a baseline. But we had an internal conversation and said, look, what's our margin, and then what's the most we're prepared to give away? If we were to make £1 million in sales through Awin, for example, that would be quite a successful month. And so, what we'll be prepared to give away to generate that kind of volume. So we were, I think, very generous with our affiliates, and we've not changed our terms in terms of the payout, the percentage. We've kept it very high. It's 23%. And if you look across any affiliate network, including Awin, that's quite rare. And especially the biggest brands pay the smallest commission. And there's a reason for that, because they have a big brand that everybody knows them. They think, and probably quite rightly so, that people are going to come to them anyway, and they don't want to spend too much on the marketing. Well, we're a smaller brand, a new brand in a very, very busy marketplace, a new saturated market. So one way that we encouraged and tried to grow quickly was to put quite a generous commission rate in place, and that's actually been the feedback we get from publishers and affiliates all the time, is that this is the best paying program they've got.
Yeah, I think it's a great piece of advice, to cut through that noise. You're doing all the things you're doing with your customized promotions, but also just ranking high on commissions going to get publishers to notice you. You're going to stand out from the crowd. We've not got a huge amount of time left, but it'd be good to understand how you kind of approached launching a program and how simple you found it to get integrated.
Yep. So integration was really easy. The reason what kind of sparked the program is initially I was working on direct partnerships with many publishers, both in print and digital, and then started having more conversations around editorial, sponsored editorial with affiliate links, and so a few publishers that were then kind of in agreement about what to run. Then sort of said, here's a few affiliate networks that we're on. Awin was top of the list. Sign up here and we can run this activity we've been discussing. And then I know from experience that there's normally quite a high bar to get a program on Awin. Then I spoke to your team, and obviously Awin Access is now a thing, and that was great for us because we were able to jump straight in quite quickly. I think we were set up within sort of 3 or 4 days and live. So it's really, really quick and easy, very low risk, because we had publishers already lined up to join the program. We went live, sent them the ID, and just started making revenue quickly.
And from your experience of Awin Access, what do you think are kind of the best features to the offering?
So for me, having worked with a non-access program in the past, I've worked on bigger sort of managed programs and other types of programs. I was very surprised and very pleased that there's no difference in terms of the access that you get to with an Awin Access program. We can see every publisher and affiliate that's in the directory, in the network. We can invite them, we can message them. Everything's there. The email management, or what do you call it, the messaging tool, where you can send a message to everybody on your program, or you can create groups and then send them to that group. I did that quite early on. So once we had a few hundred publishers and affiliates signed up, I created segments and sent voucher codes to some of them where it was suitable. And the next week we saw a massive spike. So having access to all the same tools that even the top tier brands on the network have, that's been key to us.
Amazing. It's been so great speaking to you. So thanks for joining us today. Any questions for Gary, please submit them. And anybody that's listening in that's a publisher or a tech partner that would be keen to operate on the Pacamask programme, you can search for Pacamask through the merchant directory, and their ID is 20112. Okay, cheers, Gary.
Thanks, Michelle.